I want to switch gears, Carl, and talk to you a little bit about an editorial that appeared in today's New York Times. And it was really sort of focused on the president, the role of the president. Should the president be seen having fun? It was called Can the One Have Fun by Maureen Dowd today. And it talks about his trip to New York with his wife that was criticized by some people. And also it talks about his appearances on Colbert's show and a couple others, Conan O'Brien's show, and whether or not it's appropriate, okay? And she draws some parallels to President Bush and the way that he spent his leisure time and the way that President Obama is spending his leisure time, which she's very supportive of. And I want to show you two quotes from this piece and get your thoughts on this. She says, so some respite from the pressure is clearly a healthy thing. Not as much respite as W took, bicycling and vacationing through all the disasters that President Obama is now stuck fixing. And before you jump in, let's look at the next piece of it, which says, what a relief to have an urbane, cultivated, curious president who's out and about, engaged in the world, not dangerously detached as W was. What do you think about that, Carl?
I think Maureen Dowd is a bitter, twisted, deranged columnist for the New York Times who misses no opportunity to show her disdain for anybody on the conservative side of the aisle. I actually went to an editorial board meeting at the New York Times and wasted a couple of bucks on some flowers to give Maureen Dowd at the meeting so that it would give her a smile on her face, and that didn't even work. This is a dour, downbeat liberal, and it was an entertaining piece. I frankly agree with her that President Obama is entitled to go to New York and entertain his wife. I suspect I would have done it maybe just a little bit later in the year than now, but he's entitled. You do not want a president who feels confined to the bubble, but why she felt so compelled to go out and trash somebody who did our country a great service for 8 years and handled himself in an admirable fashion is just typical of Maureen Dowd's twisted, bitter little heart.
Carl, I'm just confused about how you actually feel about Maureen Dowd. I just want to make sure that we're on the record here.
I admire her writing.
We're a little slow.
I admire her writing, but she is a very nasty, snarky person, and we saw it in this column today.